Hello and welcome to Fresh Face One Shots. My name is Joey.
And I'm Jacob.
And today we are back with Wonder Woman by Tom King. This is issue number 21. This is the second of two parts of a brand new arc. It's nice. It really is nice that King is writing something just generally inoffensive. Not controversial, really.
Yeah,
it's just it's murder mystery with Wonder Woman and Batman, and it's great. It's a great little two-parter. I did really like the second issue. I was a big fan of this.
I did as well. I will say I probably should have tried to reread the first issue because it's been a while and we are a week behind.
Yeah, that is true. Oh yeah, for those watching, we're a week behind because of life things with Jacob. I don't know how much you want to say, but yeah,
let's just say I had to move. I knew it was coming. I had to move apartments, and that meant I could not record anything for a week.
And so we're doing this weekly, and that's fine. And also because of that, Jacob is reading these issues literally in between recordings as we go through. So as we catch up over the next couple of days, Jacob will have just read every issue the second before we record.
It will be incredibly fresh thoughts.
Yes, and that is why we're fresh faces, I guess. I read this issue a week ago, so admittedly it's a little fuzzy in my mind already. But here we have it. We are continuing our murder mystery into the death of Ares. Bruce is down and out for the count. We get a great little conversation at the start here between Diana and her mom that I really enjoy. Also, want to call it out now. Probably my favorite Daniel Sampere cover of the whole run. I really, really love the cover of this one.
It is a really good cover.
Yeah. So that's great. But where a lot of this issue is centering around is a new player getting introduced into all of this, which is Hephaestus, who was a big part of actually the New 52 Wonder Woman stuff. This is a big Brian Azzarello thing going on here. At least that's where I mostly recognize this version of the character from, which I think started in the New 52. Get him involved here. I like Diana as an interrogator here. I like her sort of like putting bits of the mystery together without Bruce, actually. As much as I enjoyed Bruce in the first issue, I like seeing Diana actually do this by herself. It's nice. It's refreshing, as is the conversation, as are, I should say, the conversations we get between Diana and Bruce throughout. As sort of the clock ticks on the amount of time that we have to solve this mystery. Just great stuff. I also love.
I find it fascinating that Hephaestus calls Diana a waste of clay and Aphrodite a waste of foam. Yeah, I'm curious, Joey, how much of Greek mythology involving Hephaestus do you know?
I probably here's the thing. I knew a lot of Greek mythology once I'm reminded of it. So right now, I know nothing. But I'm sure once you say so, I'll be like, oh wait, no, I did know that. So
I bring up the story of of trapping Ares in the golden net.
Okay, exactly, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. See? That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Ares and Aphrodite are always having affairs, and even though Hephaestus is married to Aphrodite, it's a whole thing. I don't want to say this. We're getting updates as a guest for next Fresh Face Comics episode reads, and
as we're recording,
as we're recording, and it's
incredibly fun.
Watch that when that comes out, because that's going to be a big one. I'm just going to say it's going to be big.
Yeah, definitely. But actually, that'll be out tomorrow as this video coming out. So check that out when that's out. I like I like our conversations between Diana and Bruce. I like using this as like a way for like Diana to sort of like really start to reconcile her feelings for Steve after his death. I'm really enjoying seeing how King is handling that.
One thing I actually find really fascinating, and it's both King and artist Guion March. Writing Bruce and Diana as friends and not lovers, it could be very easy, I think, to fall into the trap of writing Bruce and Diana as lovers, and like
I'm a huge Justice League Unlimited fan. I really am. But I feel like that is such a relationship that only ever works in that version of the DC universe.
That only works because of Conroy and Eisenberg, probably.
Yeah, because they're just fantastic. But I love the way King writes this friendship. I really, really do.
It would be very tempting to draw, even with the dialogue, to draw romantic tension, especially with half-naked Bruce Wayne. Throughout.
Yeah, well, there's even like a 100% platonic like kiss on Diana's forehead at the end of the one scene, and I'm like, cool, that works. King makes it work, and March makes it work. The way that he is able to portray that moment through the art, it's good.
I will say, I'm honestly I think maybe my one critique is I don't entirely love the 9-panel grid. Like,
I don't mind it. I mean, for me as an editor, it makes it really hard to make these videos.
Yes. Well, it's the commitment, and I'm like, I don't necessarily know if this story works entirely in how limited in the complete restriction to doing this as 9 panels.
Well, between this and the last issue, there is one page in both of the issues where they do a full like 1-page panel. And they're reserved for like big moments in the story and big revelations in the mystery. Otherwise, I think keeping it to like such a strict structure, I think, does work. I think for me at least, it's not my favorite style of comic book storytelling, but The Dark Knight Returns is a hell of a drug, I suppose. But it's fine. I don't mind it. I don't think it takes away from the issue at all for me.
Maybe. But, I also like the interesting musing of the gods. All the gods have our metaphor in the modern day, at least, which is an interesting reflection, especially considering, let's be honest, the DC Universe's relationship with the gods is always interesting. Mm-hmm. And it very much depends on who's writing them. Yeah. And I know King is very much a writer who likes to take his influences and wear them on his sleeve.
Oh yeah,
and especially
it doesn't care who knows it. Yeah,
especially in this, a lot of it feels kind of Perez-like, kind of like George Perez.
Oh yeah, in the way that he, I think, incorporates the gods into his story. Yeah, definitely, I see that. But yeah, I just like the way this sort of wraps up then, with Diana coming face to face with, I'm forgetting who it is now. God, I haven't read this in a week.
Dionysus.
Thank you. Dionysus. I do like that moment. Just a great scene, and I like the return to Hephaestus in the end. Just great. It's I don't know. There's a lot here that I enjoy, specifically in how King sort of like King has written, I think, brutal Wonder Woman in the past, to varying degrees of success.
He's coming right off of doing his most brutal and his biggest misstep. Still, I'd argue his biggest misstep in the run so far. Like,
but like a moment like I love the scene with Dionysus, when she throws the tiara up into the air and like it threatens to like fall back down on him until he answers the question. It's great. It's a great little moment that like feels like Diana is showing force against him, but isn't like doing it in the literal torturous way in which she tackled the Sovereign in the end. So I like that, and also her throwdown with Hephaestus is great as well, and feels deserved.
It feels less brutal. It feels a lot less brutal than what's come before. Diana feels kind of tired, and I think that's by intention.
Yeah. Also very, very well shown in Guillaume March's art towards the end here. I really like that. And so I like this final confrontation between Diana, Bruce, and Zeus. Great sort of like, I don't know. I like seeing Zeus become a little piss boy. It's great. It's fun.
I mean, that's just kind of who Zeus is.
That's Zeus's character. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a great little moment, and I really do love the last scene then between Diana and Bruce. Once again, Diana is just looking for comfort in the aftermath of Steve's death. It really, really works. I don't know. I don't mind it at all. I feel like despite that big misstep right at the end of the Sovereign arc, I think the death of Steve Trevor and the moving on from that is one of the things that King has handled the best in this as of late in the run, and I'm excited to see where it goes. So, also, I love the color palette on this final page. I just really like the sort of like purples.
The purples. I believe we called out the purples last time.
Yes, I think we did as well. Yeah, Just a great last page, and a great issue altogether.
I am curious to see what's coming next month, considering the preview is A Tale of Mice and Men, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, we had the little tease at the end of the last Sovereign issue, but I'm not quite sure how that'll play into it all. I guess we'll find out. So, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to check out other Fresh Face one-shots we do. We cover Superman by Joshua Williamson. Obviously, we cover Wonder Woman by Tom King, Batman: The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween, The End of the Long Halloween Saga, as well as The Uncanny X-Men by Gail Simone. Be sure to check out the main podcast, Fresh Face Comics. We just, not that long ago, put in an episode on Iron Man Execute Program. And if you're watching this video the day it comes out, tomorrow we have an episode on Captain America. I always say Captain America. That's the movie. Just the Marvel Comics event, Civil War.
That movie is going to come up because of the two guests we're having on, especially Kestrel. They have opinions.
Yeah. But of course, full episode on Civil War coming out tomorrow. As of the time of recording, we have not recorded that episode yet, so I'm sure it's chaotic as hell. It's Mason and Kestrel. It's going to be insane. So check that out when that is out. And also, that same day, come back to Blood Donut Studios tomorrow. Big announcement coming up. You want to be on the lookout for that, especially if you're a longtime fan of the channel. So
yes,
that out.
Big stuff.
Yeah. Otherwise, I think that about does it. Our socials and everything will be in the description below. Our link trees will be there. You can follow us or follow us. Subscribe to the channel, Blood Donut Studios. Any support means the world to us. Until next time, this has been Joey Morgan
and Jacob Licklider.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.